Hi, this is Jill from Humu Yoga, and this is the Gentle Yoga practice. This week, we're working with the theme of courage. So I'm going to go ahead and take us through a quiet centering, and then take us through some inspirational quotes on courage. And then I'll weave this theme into our practice today, where we're going to be working on strength and shoulders and back muscles, which take a lot of courage. So we'll go ahead and get started. Taking the hands down to the sides, just take a moment and close your eyes and focus on all the muscles you're sitting on. We call that Mula Bandha, or pelvic floor. It means root lock. And then above that, below the belly button, draw the belly back and get a sense of lifting upward. It's Uddiyana Bandha, and that means flying upward. And then at the top of the spine, go ahead and just draw the chin down. We call that Jalandhara Bandha, or chin lock, and it seals in the energy of the bandhas. And now with the bandhas engaged, you're supported from inside, so you can release your hands and just take a moment and pay attention to your breath. So with the bandhas engaged, I want you to really focus on breathing into the rib cage. So as you inhale, feel the rib cage expand. And then as you exhale, feel the rib cage relax. And again, inhale, feeling the expansion. Exhale, feel how the rib cage relaxes. One more, big breath in. And exhale. Let's join the hands together in prayer position. And we'll vibrate together in Om. And then I'll go through the quotes. Inhale. Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes courage is the quiet voice at the end of the day saying, I will try again tomorrow. You gain strength, courage, and confidence by every experience in which you really stop to look fear in the face. It takes courage to grow up and become who you really are. Fear is a reaction. Courage is a decision. What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. Courage. To me, it's just about showing up, getting started. And then if you come across fear, listening to that and modifying or doing it in a way that feels good to you. So let's go ahead and start to move a little bit. So find a seat, if you aren't already in one, that feels really comfortable to you. You could sit cross-legged, you could have your leg out, maybe you're like this, right? You could also be sitting on a blanket or a bolster. So notice with the hands to the sides again, can you really lift up through that low back and start to open the sternum a bit? And then from there, just gently look side to side. So we're just gonna look to the right, just gently, gazing down the nose, look to the left. It's like the head is turning from this high spot where the skull meets the neck. Turn, and then come back to the center, gaze down the nose, and turn. And then come back to the center. Now let's just drop the chin, and then let the head come back. Same thing, right where the skull meets the neck. Down, the top of the spine, and up, and just gentle, and down. And then let's add some shoulder rolls here. So roll the shoulders up and forward. Just feel that, up and forward. Just rolling the shoulders. And now go the other way, up and back. And just feel that energy, lift up and back. It's like the shoulder blades go forward and back. And then from there, reach the arms. Let's reach up. Let the shoulders lift up, that's elevation, but then think of your shoulder blades in your back and roll them out. So you're externally rotating, but you're really reaching up and elevating. And then from here, we're gonna take it into a side bend. So just inhale, lift up, and reach out to the right side. And notice that you can feel this nice stretch, this side body stretch, and come up. Now we're gonna go the other way. Lift up, and reach to the left. And then reach up. Now let's take the hands behind the head. Notice when you support your head, you can feel the shoulders going down and widening. And we're gonna take a side bend like this. So side bend to the right. This time we're gonna take the right hand down, really roll the right shoulder away from the right ear as you side bend a little deeper. Now we're gonna take this into a little bit of a neck stretch. You could drop this left elbow, draw that left shoulder down so there's no neck tension, and just drop your chin. And just breathe here. I'm not pushing down on my neck, right, or my head. It's just the weight of my hand on my head is allowing a nice stretch to happen. And then I'm gonna turn the head and face straight ahead, and then open up a bit. And I'm pushing my head back into my hand for support. And then from here, I'm gonna go ahead and reach up. You could gaze up, or you could be gazing straight ahead. Now, from here, I'm gonna go ahead and reach this arm over. So to reach the arm over, I elevate the shoulder, but roll it away from my ear, away from my ear. Now we're gonna take the head down, and then straight ahead, and then up. And just stay, maybe you wanna stay here. Just stay where you're feeling a nice stretch and reaching. I feel that from my fingertips on this left side, all the way to my left knee, and then rise up. And we'll do the other side. So take the hands behind the head and lift up. It's a nice feeling of the shoulder blades going down and widening, and then a side bend. Let's go ahead and take the hand down. Draw that left shoulder away from the left ear as you side bend. And then we're gonna just go ahead and drop the head down. I'm not pushing my hand into my head. I'm pushing my head, though, up into my hand, but not the hand down. So it's a nice energy, a nice stretch in the neck. And then start to turn. And then maybe looking up, if that feels okay in your body, or you could stay straight ahead. Then we're gonna reach the arm. And then from here, watch what happens. I externally rotate, turn that way, and I elevate as I come into this side bend. Feels really nice. And you could play around with the head here. You could look down, straight ahead, and just go where it feels good in your body. Feel that nice line from the pinky finger on the right side to the right knee, and then rise up. From here, let's take a gentle twist. Reach up, elevate the shoulders, and externally rotate and turn to the right. And gently gaze over that right shoulder, if that feels okay, or just down the nose. Breathe. And then we'll go the other way. Inhale, reach up, elevate, externally rotate, and turn. And I'm gently feeling these right ribs come around. I'm really rolling that left shoulder open. Breathe, and then inhale, coming back. Let's come back to the center, and we'll come onto all fours now. So making your way onto all fours, just take a moment, hands under shoulders, and just be very aware now. As you inhale, let's arch the back, and we're working the back muscles here. So the back is working to come into this back bend, and it opens the front. Exhale, now we're pulling the belly in, working the front to open the back, and we're stretching across the back. And then inhale, feel this back bend. It's like the back muscles are contracting to allow the sternum to open, and then exhale, rounding. And let's go ahead, take the feet together, knees apart for Adho Mukha Virasana, or child's pose. I'm sending my butt back and reaching my arms forward. And breathe here. Feel the length in the side body. So from my pinky finger to my hips, and then I'm allowing my chest to relax down. And breathe. You can really feel your breath in this pose if you pay attention. Feel the rib cage. It expands, and then it relaxes as you exhale. Inhale, let's come on to all fours. I'm going to use the blocks here. I always practice with a couple of blocks and a little towel. They could just come in handy. You don't have to use props, but it's nice. It enhances the poses, or it can. So from here, we're going to come into downward facing dog. And in this downward facing dog, I want you to tuck the toes, pull the belly in, and just really reach. And just notice where you are. The blocks really help if your hamstrings are tight or your back is tight. So you don't want your shoulders forward. You want to, maybe if that's the case, bend the knees a little. So you're trying to melt your chest closer to your legs. And this is an inversion, right? You're upside down. So it takes some strength and some lengthening. So take your time. You could bend and straighten a few times. We're going to move this into some variations of upward facing dog. So from downward facing dog, we're just going to come forward. Try to get your shoulders over your hands. Takes a lot of strength, but we're going to assist by taking the knees down and then rolling the shoulders down And they're coming into your back, but there's a sense of widening. Come forward. If you wanted to, you could point your toes. You could take your tail under. If you feel compression in your back, take your tail under. Maybe you can lift your knees off. Gaze down the nose and up. So now you're in upward facing dog. Now we come back. You can come to the knees, pull the belly in, and reach. So it's a bit of a vinyasa. We'll do it one more time. We're moving with the breath. Inhale here, start to come forward, find a plank. Maybe you want to come to your knees first and come forward. Maybe you want to stay here, take your tail under, or maybe you want to lift up. Open the sternum, should feel really good. And then we'll come to the knees from here, and we'll come back into a child's pose. And if you want to this time, you could use your blocks. And just see if you can melt a little here. Breathe. Only go as far as it feels good in your shoulders. So stay up if you need to, but you want to feel a nice stretch. The shoulders, this whole area feels good. Breathe. Keep breathing into your back body. And then inhale, rise up. And from here, we're going to come into Virasana. So let your knees come together. We'll place the blocks because I need some height. Most of you already know I have osteoarthritis in my knees, so I give them some space. And I'm creating space in back of my knee by pressing my thumb into the calf. And just a nice little, it just feels like I said, space. And let's go ahead and take the ankles just a little outside the hips. And notice, can you sit up in Virasana? And then we're going to take Yana Mudra, which is so beautiful. It's the index finger, which is the individual intelligence, and then universal intelligence with the thumb coming together to bring you courage. So just stay here for a moment in that. Notice it. It's you don't have to be afraid. You can move forward and trust that it's coming from the right place. And then we're going to slowly open the eyes and start to come into a bit of a back bend. So trying to keep that same energy even if the heart rate comes up a bit. So we'll take these angel arms, which are I call them angel arms because they make me feel so alive and open. So feel your shoulders drawing down, and they don't just come together. They draw down and there's a bit of widening, so your back muscles are working. Don't think of it as a back bend. Think of it as back strengthening so that the front can open and it's supported. And keep lifting up to go back. Maybe it feels good and you want to take your arms. That's terrific. Do it. We lift up to go back. Keep going. And then inhale, coming back. And just be in this pause for a moment. And then we're going to go ahead and come to seated. So I'll just side sit for a moment and make my way over to seated. So swinging the legs around and come on up to seated. And from here, notice, is your back curled? Maybe you need to bend your knees to sit up in Dandasana, right? Staff pose. And just use your hands if you need to. You could sit up on a bolster or a block and do the best you can. And see if you can, keeping that back engaged. Maybe you want to use a belt or a towel. You can bend the knees, let your spine get really long, and then extend. Relaxing the head down, shoulders away from your ears. And maybe you can have your hands here, or if you didn't have a prop, you could just have your hands here. So just feel a nice lengthening and then a release wherever you are. Shoulders draw down away from your ears. And then inhale, lengthen through the spine and rise up. We're going to make our way down to the floor. So from this seated position, we're going to curl back. And curl backs are really good. They pull in from the front to stretch the back. So from here, sitting way up, exhale, start to curl your spine back. You could have your knees bent if you needed to. You could use your hands here. You could even hold on to your legs. Pull the belly way in. We're making our way all the way back, all the way back. And then once you're here, let's go ahead and bend the knees. Let the knees go out and reach the arms up. Supta, Baddha Konasana. It should feel good. Now I want you to elevate your shoulders and then roll them away from your ears. And just notice how that feels. Make sure your ribs aren't poking out, but you're not tucked under either. So nice neutral. And just feel the knees dropping towards the floor easily. You're not pushing anything. You could even just keep this restorative and close your eyes and breathe. And you could stay here longer if you'd like and pause the video if it feels good. But I'm gonna go ahead and come out of it, and we'll take the hands to the side. And then from here, we're gonna activate the muscles in the back of the legs and lift up. Grab the sides of your mat, kind of roll the shoulder down, back a little bit, but not too much, enough that your neck stays long and not crushed, right? Just lift up, feel the energy, feel that the back muscles working. And then let's go ahead and reach the arms over the head. And from here, we're gonna articulate down. So just start to curl your spine, pull the belly way in, curl. So now it's really, the spine is really stretching, curl all the way down. And then let the arms come down. And from here, we're gonna go ahead and cross the right ankle over the left knee. And you could stay here, or maybe you wanna pull in. And I'm using this right elbow to open the knee a bit. So it's a nice glute stretch. And just breathe, shoulders away from the ears. And then inhale here. Let's come into the twists here. So we're gonna take the right foot over to the left, and I gently turn my ribs and turn my gaze to the right. And then we'll come back and we'll do the other side. So cross the left ankle over the right knee, pulling in, shoulders down. And then, or you could be here, right? And then from here, we're coming into the twists. So taking the right foot, or the left foot, sorry, down to the right. Maybe you change your gaze. And then slowly coming back. With both feet down, nice and wide, let's just do a little windshield wiper here, just releasing the hips. Left knee, right knee, feel this nice length. And then we go the other way. Nice length. One more time. This time, if you wanted to, you could use that left knee, that left ankle and pull the right knee down, and maybe gaze to the right. It feels really nice in here. And then come back, we'll go the other way. Right knee, left knee, maybe take the ankle, pulling down, feel that nice length. And then let it come back. And then from here, just let everything release. Shavasana. So just notice, there's no fear here. We come back to this place, but you did the whole practice. You got on the mat, you did it. So just stay in this place of openness and light. And you can stay in your Shavasana as long as you'd like, and pause the video. But I'm gonna go ahead and take us out. So just become aware of your breath and slowly start to move fingers and toes. And then we'll bend the knees. Make our way to a fetal position where you can pause. And then slowly making your way up to seated. And I just always love to finish class in the same position we started, and just notice, where are you now in your body, in your mind? And can you take on things that might be a little bit fearful by taking one step at a time and going at your own pace, and then spread this and share it in whatever you do. Namaste.